After several visits to the mountain wilderness of northwest Tilos during 2002, 2003 and 2004, I have developed a deep affection for it. With another week on Tilos planned for May 2005, I felt a strong desire to spend a night out on the summit of Profitis Ilias. It felt like I had received an invitation from the mountain to spend a night with her. It was an invitation I could not refuse. The easiest way to reach Profitis Ilias is to start out from Kamariani Monastery and head up towards the ridgeline above. On these slopes, it is relatively easy to find a weaving line through the thorny vegetation. The broad ridge rises to a rocky top overlooking Pandalimina and then turns south towards the main summit. It had been quite cool during the ascent, under a light cloud cover, but my arrival at the upper ridge was greeted by a gusty west wind, which was driving cloud up and over the ridge. The summit was hidden from view, and I began to wonder whether the invitation had been withdrawn. Or perhaps this was just a test of my resolve. I continued onward, confident that I knew my way around the mountain well enough to find my way off, even if the weather remained unfriendly. She was only testing my resolve. Before long, the cloud began to break up and clear, although high-level cloud remained and kept the evening sun at bay. I reached the summit at 7 p.m, with plenty of time to get myself organised before sunset. The first task was to find a suitable spot to set up a bed. A little stone enclosure just outside the church at the summit offered some level and fairly stone-free ground, so I set up my plastic sheeting and inflatable mattress inside the low circular wall. I changed into some dry clothing and hung up my damp shirt and shorts to dry overnight. I then had an hour before sunset to sit and watch the evening light illuminate the beautiful features of the mountain and the surrounding landscape of Tilos. I knew then that the wild mountain wanted to share the night with me. She had my soul, and I will never forget it. Although high cloud continued to overwhelm the western skies, visibility remained crystal clear. The silhouette shapes of Nisiros and the other islands of the Dodecanese, as well as the nearby Turkish coast, sailed like a fleet of ships headed for the night. The small, simple stone church, which sits just below the summit of Profitis Ilias, is impossible to date. It is made of the very stone on which it stands. It symbolises a unity of the wild and the labour of men. It is anyone's church. There are no symbols to proclaim any particular faith. The walls are bare. It is an atheist church as much as anyone else's. All that is required is the eyes to see and a soul to feel. I lit a candle there. It was important to me to do that. The light brought life back into the dark vault of the church, like the wild brings light into the darkness of our human arrogance and the darkness of our false belief in our superiority over nature. This is the Church of the Wild. There is only one object in the church. It is a piece of stone carved into a man-like shape. If you have the eyes to see and the soul to feel, this is a representation of our unity with nature. Life came from non-life. Man comes from rock. All manifestations of the universe ultimately have the same common material origins. My name is Petros. I am a rock, conceived beneath ancient waves. You think of me as timeless, but can you not see that I am broken? Fragments fall onto relentless tides, for we are all mortal, turned to sand, blown on the winds of time. Me and you, my friend, we are destined to return to the stars, for we are just echoes in the eternal void, and shall be reincarnate from the dust, gathering again in another place. You as a rock, me as a man. I decided that I should sleep inside the church, for symbolic as well as practical reasons. Inside, my candle lit the darkness. Outside, the moon lit the mountain, bathing the wilderness in a silvery light. Below, the lights of Megalohorio twinkled in the dark, like a necklace of stars that had fallen to earth. I saw a flitting shadow in the candlelight inside the church. It was as though Mother Nature had ordered the bat to forego its normal nighttime forays and directed it to keep me company. My little companion clung to its sentry box up in the roof of the church until first light. Why anyone should consider bats to be creatures of the devil is a mystery to me. This was a winged angel sent by the wild. My little angel had departed when I rose to watch the sunrise. From the darkness emerged a new day. From the restless sea emerged our life-giving sun, and the golden light reached out and touched the mountain again. Tilos the Wild. She whispers in the night. She beckons me to rise as the sun comes up over Simi, when molten gold becomes her restless sea. Tilos the Wild. She seduced my roaming heart. She beckons me to adore her beauty unsurpassed. I am possessed by her untamed love, scratched deep upon my soul. I left the summit after a stay of 12 hours, exactly half a day. I had spent the night with the wild. I carefully climbed down from the summit crag and headed northwest towards the top of the ridge which overlooks the great mountain amphitheatre in which the monastery of Pandalimina is precariously perched on the steep scree-covered slopes. From a high mountain perch, I waited and watched the rising sun play out its beautiful dawn ritual. Gradually, shafts of sunlight pick out the prominent rocky pinnacles which reach up from the shadows to capture the light of the new day. This is the lighting of candles on the mountain of Profitis Ilias. I still had a task to complete. I went down the mountain to join a group walking from Pandalimina to Aristos, around the wild western flanks of the mountain. On the way, I would light a candle in the empty chapel of Panagia to bring back light into the darkness of its abandoned and derelict interior. In so doing, I would fulfill the call I made in Tilos the Wild for those who passed by Panagia to light a candle there. I hope I am the first of many who will do so in the future. Panagia too is anyone's church, and we should all make it our own. All that is needed is the eyes to see and the soul to feel. Can't you see with your eyes? Won't you feel in your soul that this is anyone's church? It is of the wild in this place, built with man's love and sweat, from the rock where it stands. Can't you see in the dark? Won't you feel the wild breath that flickers the candle flame, to announce that it is here, the universal force at work, on the rock where you stand. Can't you see with your eyes, what you feel in your soul, that you belong to the universe? Can you not believe that here is your home, and this is anyone's church?